This one's super quick.
The COVID-19 crisis would be seen as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber pandemic.
MSN.com mirroring the Washington Post here. Ukraine. Oh, this is just ghoulish what I'm about to tell you. Ukraine is scanning faces of dead Russians, then contacting the mothers. Ukrainian officials have run more than 8,600 facial recognition searches on dead or captured Russian soldiers in the 50 days since Moscow's invasion began, using the scans to identify bodies and contact hundreds of their families in what may be one of the most gruesome applications of the technology to date. The country's IT army, a volunteer force of hackers and activists that takes its direction from the Ukrainian government, says it has used those identifications to inform the families of the deaths of 582 Russians, including by sending them photos of the abandoned corpses.
Gosh.
I mean, talk about the psyop here.
Yeah.
The Ukrainian champion. Again, you could see how Ukraine's strategy here would be to lower the morale of the Russian people, sending them the gruesome consequences of Russia's actions. And yet, this is the most ghoulish thing you could possibly do as an enemy force. You think you're going to turn the mother against Putin, but if you're sending her pictures of her dead son laying in the mud, she is not going to hate Putin. She is going to support Putin to come and do the same thing to you. She's going to want a picture of you in the mud.
Maybe that's the whole plan to begin with.
Exactly. The Ukrainians champion the use of face scanning software from the U.S. tech firm Clearview AI, which we've talked about plenty of times in the past. We've been following these guys for, maybe 5 years as they've developed this technology, deployed it in many different ways. We even read the story the other episode, how they were like, yes, we do sell this technology to war-fighting countries, but we'll never tell.
Well, did they mention Ukraine in that? Because they're giving it away here.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. They did not mention it in the previous article. It is right now being disclosed that the Ukrainians are using Clearview AI to scan the faces of dead Russian soldiers and send pictures of their dead corpses to their mothers. Cool business, Clearview AI. Cool job. The
same people scanning your eyeballs at airports are helping out.
Yes, these are the little kiosks.
Yeah.
These are the kiosks that can help you skip the security line. And not only that, but they can help, Russian mothers pick up their own machine guns and head to Ukraine.
Clearview AI
so that's the
has a database of 20 plus billion facial images sourced from public-only web sources. So
yeah,
that's more than the human population. I mean, it's facial images, so it could be anything, multiple of one or whatever. But I don't know, man. This of all the things that have happened in history, one of the more egregious things I remember learning about was the whole IBM participation in the Holocaust and all that. But it's all fodder for conspiracy theorists and revisionist historians because. Of course, they got to repeat it again. They got to keep the machine running, and they just do the same thing. It's all of this with all of the propaganda and all of it. The methods are so overused. It's appalling to me more so that people don't recognize that it's the same methods over and over and over again.
And it's impressive to see how quickly, we had the conversation about how Silicon Valley tech companies they're basically war-fighting companies now, just in different ways. We talked about Facebook, we talked about Google and the doxing of Russian soldiers, and now Clearview AI. I mean, this is a weapon. What they are doing, what Ukraine is doing is using Clearview as a psychological weapon. They are a war-fighting corporation. And when you talk about the technocracy and its role in the New World Order 2.0, I mean, these are the new Halliburtons and the new, Raytheons.
Yeah.
And they're happy for it. That's where the money is.
Yeah.